Hi guys, welcome back to another stream. Hope you're all doing good. So I regret to inform you that it is the end of the world. Lavos is here. So yeah, we are, as you can probably tell, we are hopefully finishing Chrono Trigger today. Plan is, hopefully, if we can beat Lavos, I'm really hoping it doesn't take all 3 hours. Once we do that, we may move on to one of the Phantasy Star 2 text adventures. That looks ominous. It does. It does. It is ominous. How to start my brother's account since he's gone out and just got my V801. Good luck on the boss fights. Oh, thanks for that. And congrats on the V801 as well. Yeah, so last time we basically got up to what is essentially the final boss. And we didn't really have time to do it then. So we're doing that now. So before we start this, let's get everything set up. Looking forward to seeing how this goes. I wouldn't have too high hopes. Okay, well, Isla's got no MP, which is fantastic. Still got absolutely nothing aside from my Duracell. Yeah, I've barely had... I haven't had a great deal from the anniversary event on PSO yet. I got the FOE30 banner, which is, like, fine. It's been good for leveling and good for photon drops and stuff, but yeah, nothing huge yet. There's time, though. There's still, like, 3 weeks left. Oh yeah, the experience has been crazy, yeah. I leave nothing to chance. I finally finished gearing my Uniwheel. 3 forces of work for that. Yeah, it takes a while. Okay, so let's do a gear check. I don't know why, but I have a feeling that Lavos is really Falcon strikeable. Good to know. Alright, so you have status immunity, you have status immunity, you have status immunity. Is there any other hat you can wear that would be better for this? I mean, you've already got the Nova armor for status immunity. So I guess I could go Prismatic Helm and get some more magic defense as well. That seems like a good option. You've got auto haste, which is really nice. Aussie pants. I fear that Aussie pants might not help too much. You've got auto barrier, which is nice. You've got counter. You've got 25% MP cost, so you can spam Luminaire. I mean, yeah, the Aussie pants are swag, but they also like confuse you, and you can't prevent it. I think we're good for actual gear. Whether we're high enough level, I have no idea. Just save state that there, since it doesn't give you a save point before this. So from what I understand, so we did do a little bit of this fight before, like way back in the playthrough. Because Peter wanted me to experience it. And then we realised it was showing me bosses that I hadn't fought yet. It seems like he basically mimics bosses you've already fought. I seem to remember the first one was the tank. Now, one thing I don't know is he's obviously an endgame boss, so I don't know if the stats on these bosses that he's mimicking scale up, or if you fight them at the same strength. It seems odd that you fight them at the same strength, but I guess I can find out. Don't worry, it's going to be easy. I mean, yeah, I guess there's nothing else really. I will just quickly top up Frog's MP fully. I just feel much better going into this if we're... There we go. Hi, Nima, good to see you. Alright, so with that being said, I think it is time. I'm going to assume he has a lot of absolute disgusting, unfair stuff because he's a JRPG final boss. It stands to reason that that would be the case. But I guess I won't know until it's that, so let's go. Okay, so yeah, so you're mimicking the tank at the moment, so your left part will be healing. Ah. Okay, I fear the bosses may be the same strength as they were. Alright, so what are we mimicking now? That is the Guardian. So I basically need to remember how to fight all these bosses. So I do remember the gimmick for this. It was destroy the bits. I think if these got the same health as they had, for the first few I can probably just physical attack, I'm guessing. Yeah, these first few are really easy. Alright, what next, Lavos? Is that Hekran? Hekran was immune to physical, I think? It's quite a cool idea because you have to kind of remember what you've done previously. I don't really want to use those because just let me use... Yeah, let's try lightning. Just regular lightning. Do you know, that's actually not much... Is that treated as elemental though? Do you know what? Just stick to regular magic for now. The Chrono Trigger stats. Yeah, it's kind of interesting because it kind of makes you have to try and remember what previous bosses did. I mean, it still does almost no damage. I feel like Isla can't do a great deal here because I'm not sure which of her attacks actually treat as elemental. That says hit with lightning, so... Okay. Thunderbite does count as thunder, okay. It's weird because like some of them are treated as physical and not others. Okay, what next? Zombar, I think. Cannot remember what to do on him. I know it was like different weaknesses for different parts of him. But I cannot remember what to use on him. Well, let's try... just spam Luminaire. Let's try that and just see if it actually does damage. Oh, that's really annoying, stealing MP. Like, super irritating. Let me try Thunder Chomp and just see if that works. It did. Okay, that's Masamune. I remember how to fight that. But first, give me my MP back. I do like how you can readjust between each individual fight. That's nice. Okay, so Masamune, I believe you had to use Wind Slash. I mean, in all likelihood, I might end up killing him before it does anything. Hi, Fire Rock, good to see you. Yeah, we're trying to beat Lavos today. See how it goes. I think, honestly, with how much damage I'm doing here, yeah. I may as well do that as much as I can just to try and conserve MP a bit. Is that Nizbel, I think? So he was the guy you had to use lightning on. It's like Chrono Trigger pub quiz edition. Okay, so let's use lightning. Now his defense is low. Lightning Rod, I mean, that sounds like a fantastic idea. I don't remember anyone's names. Alright, Thunder Chomp. Kind of impressed how you can. Okay. Going okay so far. Ooh, Magus, okay. So I know for Magus, basically it was whatever element he used on you is the one you have to use against him. Yeah, I'd seen that apparently apparently some of the attack names are different in the DS version. Hi, Jack, good to see you. I'm just wondering, do I bring Magus for this? Because... so you can only use one element against Magus, which is the one that he uses against you. Magus has all 4 elements. So surely he's a really good choice for this. I seem to remember he doesn't take much damage from physical, so maybe I sub Isla out for this for Magus. I can be only one exactly. I just need to check his equipment though, because we haven't used him for a bit. Okay, well, I could put the Guardian Helm on him. Sure. Yeah, I think he's good. So will it tell me what he uses, though? Or do I basically need to wait and see? So what I want you to do is use an elemental attack. I mean, I guess I'll try lightning and just see if it does anything. Okay, he's not lightning. It's a barrier change, okay. Use a magic on me so I know what you're doing. I mean, he's going to keep using that. You forgot you could party swap in the Lavos fights. Would you like to consider... Yeah, use Hellgeyser? So I know when he did the barrier change, so the effect on the screen, but does that mean he's turned lightning? Is it a different effect for each element when he uses the barrier change? Because if that's the case, let's just whack him by lightning again and see. It is lightning. So now he's changing. Is that water? Maybe? So basically he's got a blue dude, yeah. It looked a little bit like water. Whether it is or not, it was not water. So I don't know what element that was. What element is that? Is that shadow? That's shadow. And no, by the way, help is totally fine, Fire Rock. As long as there's no story spoilers or anything, which is quite unlikely at this stage. But yeah, help with the fight is fine. Okay, so he is shadow. Does Magus have Dark Bomb? That sounds like it might be. Oh, there we go. Attack enemies with darkness, sure. It is quite limiting because it means only certain characters can really do anything, which kind of sucks. I don't know what that was. Oh, was that the dark matter thing he's going to do? Yeah, let's hit him with... Just go Dark Mist again, I guess. Do you know the thing is, I can't really do much else. I need to kind of wait for Magus. Because he's the only one I've got with Shadow. Yeah, not too worried by that. Not at this stage in the game. I mean, just keep spamming it. I seem to remember though, Pika, that physical attacks never really did much to Magus. Oh, he's dead anyway. Yeah, like really high physical resist. I mean, I guess it'd be a little bit more damage, but... Although having said that, yeah, I suppose if he's got the same stats as he used to, maybe I'd do him more. Alright, what next? Black Tyranno and Azala, okay. So I think we bring back in Isla. Hi, Dave, good to see you. And let's just do a bit of party management. I'll try and keep hold of those lapis for now. I'll use those as healing for later on. So I think the strat for this guy was to attack the little dude first. I can't remember what with, so we'll try a physical first. Okay, not physical. How does he feel about lightning? Falcon Strike won't really do much at the minute because he's really resistant to physical attacks. I mean, I could just use water too and see what that does. It'll at least hit the Azala thing. Not bad. Yeah, so I'm trying to preserve the MP a little bit. Having said that, Frog is getting a bit low. Okay, Azala is dead, so now I think I just go ham. Let me try a Thunder Chomp first. Just to see if his defense has dropped yet. It hasn't yet. Okay, now he's low defense, so now... Let's go with... I'll try another Thunder Chomp actually, because that always seems to do good damage. Just got Aerial Strike. So if memory serves, I think all it does now basically is spam this fire attack for the most part. Let's try... Yeah, let's do Frenzy. See how much that does. Can't remember what his physical defense is like at the minute. Pretty low. The good thing is that Isla and Chrono will just counter a lot as well. After this fight, I will need to top my Frog's MP again. Seems to go through it really quickly, unfortunately. Is triple tech worth it? I'm not sure because it's a lot of MP to use them. I mean, on the later stages, yeah, probably. Once you've got the time to do it anyway. On this, I'm not sure if it's worth it because I've only got a certain amount of ethers. I mean, 3D attack is like 20 MP from Chrono and then 1 and 2 from the others. Okay, that's that done. That is Giga Gaia. Yeah, that should do, I think. Now this guy, even though I fought him more recently, I can't really remember the whole deal with him. I want to say destroy the arms first. I can't remember if he destroyed both arms or just one. You'd think I'd remember this with it being a more recent boss, but no. Does anyone remember if you just destroy one arm or if you destroy both? Characters are so strong. Is this a new game plus, Val? It is not. No, my characters are... They're in really good gear. Just use Falcon Strike, okay. Yes, I'm like level 49. But my gear is like... I did, yeah, like Pika said, I did pretty much all the side quests, so I've got some pretty good gear. Just Falcon Strike his ass, okay. It is very unfortunate that they decided to all stand together. That's so much damage. That did nothing. I mean, I think the plan is just spam Falcon Strike, to be honest, until the arms are dead. I seem to remember this guy did have quite a lot of health, so maybe it is worth using some slightly stronger stuff on him. Maybe not act at 20 MP. Let's see what other options we've got. Let me try Bubble Burst. And I don't know if Luminaire works on Giga Gaia. Luminaire is either amazing or just heals. Okay, that was actually quite nice damage. Upper 40s range, super known, but awesome gear then. Yeah, I made a point of doing all the side quests because it was my first time playing through. Okay, that ended remarkably faster than I thought. I guess that's the end of that phase. So I guess it's actually Lavos now. Let me quick save that, because to be honest, I don't want to do that again. Yeah, it's time again. Right. I am getting a little low on ethers. Actually, I've got 15 turbo ethers, actually. I didn't see those. I guess I do have mega elixirs as well. And there's kind of no reason not to spam them. I suppose if I get low health, I can just drop those. I'm leaving nothing to chance. Okay, so I have no idea what Lavos does. I know you technically fight it in Ocean Palace. I know it does that, like the big needle attack at the start that one-shots you in Ocean Palace. Hopefully it doesn't one-shot me now. But yeah, honestly got no idea what the strat is for this guy. Alright, please don't kill me. Okay, I'm gonna try Lumina. Please don't heal it. Okay, does not like Lumina, that's good. I'm gonna try 3D attack. Not bad. Okay, now thankfully it doesn't confuse me because I have status immunity. Get Luminate again. How much is that out of accuracy? Not bad. I think Frog can just like stay. He can be like a backup heal, just for safety. Do you know what? Get triple kicked. Oh, that was it. I mean, it's not because it's the JRPG final boss. He is truly slain. I'd be very disappointed if that was the absolute final fight. I cannot think that this is the end of such an adventure, or such a creature, sorry, and an adventure. Island or lose. I see a save point, which is fantastic and terrifying. This is one dreadful place, even more ghastly than Magus's Keep. Lava smell gets strong. Ah. So let's let you get out. Well, first of all, you can go back and restock your stuff. So if I want to resume from where I was there, do I now just go in the bucket? Is that how I get back to inside Lavos? Okay, cool. Okay, now, to save me from jumping all over the place, does anyone know of any shops that sell ethers? Because I wouldn't mind stocking on a few more. I know not all shops sell them, so does anyone know a shop that does? Where would be a good place? I mean, I'll try 1000 AD first. Maybe somewhere over here? I'll try it. Wet Bite Ethers, available in nearly every village. Mid-Ethers available at locations like the market, Chorus. Well, isn't that convenient? Went out and find the market. Where is the market? Is there only a market? Why is there no market? Like, this is Chorus. This is a different time period. But there does not appear to be a market anywhere, which is really odd. Oh, available at the market, Chorus in the Middle Ages. And Chorus in the present, okay. Thank you for that. Okay, please have ethers. Fantastic. How much money do we have? Quite a bit. Right, give me like 10 of those for now. I do want some more Athenian waters. I know I'm probably not going to need this many, but it can't hurt to be over-prepared. Yeah, that should do, I think. Alright, well, time to find out if we are actually ready for Lavos. Now, unfortunately, I don't really know how the Lavos fight works at all. I don't know what the best party composition is to take into this, or what it does. So this should be fun. Do you say anything new before I go? The Black Omen is gone, and that woman's tortured soul is finally at rest. She's regained her humanity at last. Now is the time for you to enter the gate contained within that bucket. You fight not only for yourselves, but for all that lives and breathes in this world. This is a battle between Lavos and the very planet itself. And I'm going to lose. Okay, let's see how horrific this is, I guess. Lavos? Yeah, we kind of expect that. It'd be a bit odd to be surprised by Lavos after you've just fought it. I still think that when he pops up there, it kind of reminds me of Nergigante from Monster Hunter World. Sweet mercy, the size of it. Yeah, you've just fought it, Frog. Look, we've already beat this part. Lavos. Yeah, we've been through this. I guess maybe the game doesn't really expect you to go back between. Right, so, I mean, I guess... Let's try this. That's interesting, his heartbeat gets faster as you go. So, I have no idea if this is a good party for the first phase. But I guess we have just saved, so if it does go horribly wrong, I can just reload. I mean, I'm going to assume it's just a case of spam the stronger stuff you got. Send it. This reminds me of Cell. Cyrus, stand with me in this battle. I learn no lose. Okay, laser beams. That did a lot of damage. I'm just going to use Lumina. You were halfway through typing there, it looks like Cell. The face really does. Do you know what? With Frog, I'm actually going to just drop another heal. Because that laser did a lot of damage. And then Isla. Sure. Let the killer OSC hype you up for your final challenge. It looks a bit like Freezer. I mean, I guess it's to be expected, isn't it? You know, given the link. Okay, now I'm going to kick that arm. You didn't miss anything really, Pika. We've just started the lab boss fight, so... Yeah, we said it looks quite like Cell. Frog, you can just, again, just back up heal. I do need to restart Alice MP soon. I mean, that's fine, because I'm not hitting the body anywhere. Well, I guess I'm a Luminaire. Disable status ailment immunity. That seems terrible. I think Frog this turn can use Turbo Ether on Isla. And honestly, I'm not really playing around now. That did 5 damage. Okay, that could have been worse. Okay, his defense has dropped now. I do need to get rid of that off Chrono. Umbral Embrace. Everything he does terrifies me. Okay, he's poisoned. Okay, I think we're good for health, so I guess Frog can use... We've got Aerial Strike with Frog. I'm gonna keep Frog on standby just in case it spams me with something dangerous. That seems bad. That was bad. Yeah, that Dark Flame Embrace attack is terrifying. So Lavos' attack has gone up, which again seems fairly terrible. I don't know how much health this guy has. Well, a lot is the answer. Just spam the hell out of the strong stuff. He has a lot. Cool. Okay, that appears to maybe be done. You have another phase. Why am I not surprised? What manner of evil is this? It looks to possess the strength of every bird and beast ever to have lived upon this earth. That must be the reason it's here. Yes, and in its sleep it hoarded what it gleaned from all our progress. Such a vile being. We do not live for your ends. Do you know what? Quick save. Island or run. Hate lose. Hate run more. Island or lose. This Isla home. Not Lavos home. Lavos lose. Okay. It's sell, what did you expect? This feels final boss. Now what the hell do you do? I mean, I'm going to use Luminaire first. Just try and suss out what's going on here. Okay, left one healed, other one took damage. So in that case, are you weak to physical, maybe? That did 1200 damage. Acorn just died instantly. Okay, that is dead. Temporal shift. I don't really know what's going on, to be honest. Chrono's dead again. I noticed that. I don't know how that even happened. So the background keeps changing when it does temporal shift. Luminaire? God, this thing hits hard. Lavos car preparing resurrect. Defense down. Okay. I think I get what's going on. Will Resurrect bring back both ads? I'm not sure. Because it's reviving Lava's pod. Okay. So let's... Sure. I think the left one is obviously healing stuff. And then I think the right one revives. So and the middle one is the main one attacking. This seems bad. It was bad. Okay, middle dude's dead. Okay. So middle dude isn't the boss. Is the right-hand side one the boss? Because that's revive and everything, and the fight's still going when the middle one's died. Okay. That's quite cool because that kind of subverts your expectations. Right. Let's get some damage in. Okay, got its defense back. Does it get magic defense back? Okay, so I guess I need to wait for its defense to drop. Okay, defense has gone down. So I guess now I'll just spam the hell out of it. I'm just getting as much damage as I can in while the defense is down. Get those in while I can. That is pretty much the fight, okay. Okay, do need to restyle as MP when I can. Yeah, Frog Squash seems only good when you're on really low health. Okay, so you're back, so let's use... just use that quick. Now I want to use Frenzy on the left again. We're good for health, so I can aerial strike the left as well. Okay. Luminaire's doing good damage to the one in the middle as well by default, so... yeah, go for it. Hi, God, good to see you. We are here somehow. God, this thing has so much health. Oh? Is that it? Did Isla really get the kill? Or is it going to spring another phase on me? I guess that's it, I guess. I can see why that would be really hard, because I guess if you don't figure out the gimmick of the right one being the important one, you're kind of screwed. Chrono. Chrono. You. Wake up. and get your wretched body out of bed. Your stay of execution has been withdrawn. You will accompany us to the castle now where we will carry out your sentence. My dude, I just destroyed the Destroyer of Worlds. We've been searching high and low for you, Chrono. Where did you take my daughter? Daddy, no! Chrono hasn't done a thing. My daughter says Chrono has done nothing. What do you think of that, Chancellor? If I may speak freely, Your Grace, I think your daughter is quite clearly delusional. Chrono's deeds have impacted the entire kingdom. You got the bad ending, by the way. How would you even get the good ending, then? The Chancellor, too? What's the matter with you? Please, just listen to me. There's a reason I've been gone. You see, we had to save the future. What? You saved the future and taught us what it is to have hope. You defeated Magus's troops and restored peace to the realm in the year 600. The whole gang's here. Chrono beat Reptites. What's going on? Why are you all here? Do they really say you're going to execute just as an excuse to get you to the castle? Is that really what they did? Like, surely there's better ways of doing that. Luca, you brought them here, didn't you? I'm sensing it might not be a bad ending. Yeah. But you're telling me that the way they decided to bring him there is go, oh, we've decided we're going to execute you. Because they never said, oh, by the way, the king wants to see you, you know? You undertook quite a daunting mission. These past and future members of our line told me all about it. Yeah, I don't like that. So we're going to play a prank on you, Chrono, by telling you you're going to get killed. Members of our line? You mean these people are all my ancestors and descendants? Here I was fussing about rules, when you were off protecting our kingdom and the life of the entire planet. I believe a victory parade is in order. Tonight, we celebrate you, the hero who saved the world. Can I also claim damages for the trauma of you telling me that you're going to execute me? Now, Nadia, why don't you go and enjoy the last night of the fair? Come along with Chrono, our hero. Come along with Princess Nadia, home safe at last. May Guardia prosper for another 1,000 years. Let the Moonlight Parade begin. And the cat's there, obviously. Fantastic. Lots of little cameos from the other characters as well. Like I say, Luca's parents at the bottom. And Melchior as well. Yes, I guess I can just walk around now. It forced me to go around once, but now I can do what I want. Princess Nadia, you look beautiful. No, don't get me wrong, honey. You look good too. This is fantastic. I can't believe it. They say you saved the world. But still, I do wish you would spend a little more time around the house. It's terribly troublesome having no one around to look after the pets. Hi, Marco. Good to see you. Okay, that person does not exist. Nothing better than a toast under the stars. Chrono, have a sip. You're the hero today. Honey, don't just be a sack of potatoes. Dance with me. Oh, Chrono, the king says you saved the future. To think, my daughter's own best friend. Wait till I tell my friends. I don't suspect there will be much need for weapons anymore. My days as a smith may be at an end. But looking up at that beautiful sky, it's hard to be worried about something like that. Damn, can't interact with the cat. Is there anyone else here? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, you can't go any of the tents, so... Amazing. Very kind of them to rearrange all the stalls so you can't go away, you don't need to. I'm assuming we just go north, but I'll check over here anyway. You need to play Fantasy Star to interact with cats. Well, hopefully, once we've done the credits and stuff of this, we will be trying out some of the Fantasy Star 2 text adventures. I've never played them before, so I have no idea what they're like. I like how Magus is just in the corner looking glum as ever. Well, everyone, this is it. The time of parting is upon us at last. Or we could just all hang out here. Yeah, you can't put the cat in NGS, unfortunately. The gate is growing weak now that Lavos is gone. Yeah, the last boss was pretty difficult. I think I got lucky because I figured out the strat for the last part fairly quickly. I think if you don't understand what's going on in the final phase, yeah, it will be very easy to get beat by it. We've got to say our goodbyes before the gate closes for good. You're all leaving? Chrono strong. Miles strong too. Isla, have fun. Please stay here, Isla. You're my distant ancestor, so you better have strong, healthy kids or I'll be in trouble. Hehe, no worry. Isla, much energy. Alright, Joe, no need to brag. Yeah, she does. Wait, what did you mean by that? He no dumb. I'll go now. Like if she blows you a kiss before she goes. Exuberant folk. And to think, we may have all descended from them. Well, Your Majesty, Queen Lena waits. We too should take our leave. Wow, King just walks off without saying anything. Frog. I've always felt farewells were best kept brief. You're right. Who needs words? Aw, you know it's a happy ending when the princess kisses the frog. Bye, frog. Magus is like, I hated you guys anyway. So, you're going to search for Shala? It just says nothing. Luca, I'll keep working hard in the future. What's wrong, Luca? Aren't you going to say goodbye to Robo? So, you realised. Realised what? And Magus never turns Frog back into a human, yeah? That's a really good point. Robo was born in a bleak future. When we defeated Lavos, we changed history. The world would never be ruined now. Robo may not exist in the near future. Haha, do not be ridiculous. The near future will certainly have a place for me. Damn it, Robo. Don't pretend you don't care when you're really sad. It just makes things worse. You are the one that taught me to consider the feelings of others in that matter, Luca. I'm grateful for that. Don't cry, Luca. I'm sure Robo will still be built in the near future. Goodbye. Thanks, Robo. Caution. Oil has occluded my vision sensors. Sight diminished. Bye, Robo. Do you remember that talk we had? You mean about whether our lives flash by before we die? Yeah. I get the feeling that Entity is finally at rest too. Yeah, I feel it too. It's awfully easy to mess things up travelling through time. We should probably dismantle the epoch, shouldn't we? We'd never be able to see any of the others again, though. You naughty thing, come back here. See, Chrono, pets run away when you don't feed them. Look, I'm sorry, Mum, I tried to get cat food now and again. I had more pressing matters. Just think, the cat wouldn't have been alive if I hadn't defeated Lavos. I know there's a way to get like pet food, so I'm assuming if you keep the cat well fed during the game, that it's different. Hey, come back here. Oh god. What a nice ending. Oh no, Chrono, that gate will never open again. Well, it looks like we have no choice but to go after them. The pose that Chrono did there looked like he was celebrating that his mum had just gone through the portal. Go after them? But the gate's already... Luca, you don't mean... We still have a time machine? Yeah. Oh, there you are, Princess. His Grace is looking for you. I'm happy, you know. Now there's no reason for you to be running off anymore. I have a gift for you, Nadia, to commemorate this day. This is Nadia's bell. It will ring out across the land. Pretty, isn't it? It's blatantly just the Lean bell. Nadia, could you go and... Where did everyone go? Could someone please lend me a hand? Thanks for the gift, but I have places to be. Just leaves him hanging on. Probably for the best that we didn't dismantle the epoch. Whew, made it just in time. Shall I fire a few off? No, Taban, not now. Actually, I could really use your... And there we go. I will let the credits play out because I think it deserves it. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. That was really good. I should have played it years ago. They just crossed Lean's name out with a Sharpie and wrote Nadia. Wait, I did not realise that Uematsu did some of the music as well. I mean, I'm not surprised, but I did not know that. Yeah, I had no idea he was involved in it. Yeah, I'm very, very glad I've actually finally managed to play that. It's one of those games that I just, for whatever reason, just never got around to touching. Okay, so Robo does exist. And he met up with his friend, cool. I like that you get to see what actually happens. Magus just aura farming. But yeah, really fun JRPG. I know I said at the beginning I was going to sort of compare it to Phantasy Star 4. I feel it's really unfair to do that though, because obviously I have an inherent Phantasy Star bias anyway. So I feel it's really unfair to compare the two. There is a post-credit, okay, cool. What I will say, I think I enjoyed that more than any Final Fantasy I've played. And I do like a lot of the Final Fantasy games, but I think I prefer this. I do have a video to share on that, but best if you watch it in your own time. Yeah, cool. Just link it on the Discord if you want, and I'll watch it later. Seems more complete. Yeah, very, very cool game. So I know there is Chrono Cross. I think after playing this, I am more interested in trying Chrono Cross, but it won't be for a little bit. I do want to play some other things first. Yeah, I just want to let the credits play out because I think it deserves it. Music has been really good all the way through as well. I know obviously Uematsu was involved in it. I cannot remember the name of the main composer offhand. But yeah, I thought the soundtrack was really strong all the way through. The end, fantastic. I feel like it's one of those games where you play it once and then maybe play through it like every couple of years or something. Exactly, yeah, Nemu. I think for me as well, obviously, because I'm such a big fan of Phantasy Star, it's really hard for me to compare stuff to Phantasy Star because I just feel I have an unfair bias, so... More obvious Toriyama stuff. I mean, I think we expected that. All I'm saying is it should be Ala. There we go, speaking of which. I suggest you do it, dude, or she's gonna punch you. Luca got friend-zoned. That's Frog, isn't it? Or Glenn. So I guess he does get turned back? This wasn't in the original game, okay. It is crazy how Dragon Ball it looks. I mean, I know it's because it's Toriyama, but like the art style is so similar. Frog turned into a Dragon Quest protag. That is clearly the pendant. Frog turned into a green-haired Vegeta. There we go. So, Chrono Trigger done. I like how people in the chat are losing their minds over that cutscene. No, I'm blissfully unaware. Oh, that's a segue into Chrono Cross. Okay, cool. So we've still got a while. You know, we've got about an hour and a half or so. Well, yeah, a little bit more actually. There's a whole lot to unravel about that. Yeah, but I will do Chrono Cross. I think because I've enjoyed this, I think I do want to probably do Chrono Cross at some point. There's a whole lot to unravel about that, but it would also be spoilers. Okay. So I think we've probably got time to do some potentially very cursed Phantasy Star games. I've got no idea what these are like. Give it about a month. Yeah, the thing that really annoys me about that cover that was on Pika, the one where Marl is casting magic, she's casting fire. Marl doesn't learn fire. That bugs me unnecessarily. I guess you don't know when the artwork was done, you know, maybe it was before things got finalised, but I do find it funny. I don't know if there's anything else after this, so... Yeah, very, very glad I actually gave that a chance. I mean, I knew it was going to be a good game because, you know, it's often considered one of the best JRPGs, so it was never going to be a bad game. But I was curious to see if I enjoyed it. As a post-game, you can fight that boss. Okay. But yeah, very cool game. Very glad I actually got around to playing it. The downside is that artwork there doesn't really blow up very well on higher resolution. I'm going to assume that's for like endgame stuff. I'm going to assume those are super bosses or something. I completed the game. There we go. You can now visit Dimensional Vortex, apparently. Ending number 1, Beyond Time, is what I got. I'm not sure the whole aspect counts as canon. Okay, done. So what I'll do is, if you give me a couple of minutes, I'll go to a Be Right Back screen and we can start one of the Phantasy Star 2 text adventures. Now again, just a warning, I have no idea what these games are like. They might be terrible. They might be very cursed. Might be the worst things we've ever seen. But I want to check them out and see what they're like. So give me, say, 5 minutes or so, just while I get the emulation and everything set up, and I'll be back in a bit. Hey guys, so just let me take a minute just to get this all captured properly, and then we'll get started. It won't appear for you guys yet. There we go. We'll go with that for now, because it's obviously a really old game, so the resolution's not 16:9. I don't want to stretch it and make it look even worse. So I just need to get the sound sorted for you now. Yeah, I'm going to start with Rudo's adventure, because the Esper Mansion Discord actually told me the sort of the chronological order these go in. Apparently, it doesn't really matter which one you do in order, but apparently this one comes first. So I thought I may as well go for them in chronological order. I've got no idea how long they are either, or if they're any good. Right, just let me get this sound sorted for you. Okay, can you guys hear that? Okay, let me know if it needs turning up or anything. I'll turn down. I'll also change things over on the stream details as well. Turn it up, okay. Is that any better? Wow, there is actually a Twitch category for Fantasy Star 2 text adventures. Amazing. Right there, that is updated on Twitch now. It should update the game on your side. Right, yeah, so I've got no idea what this is like. So these are the Fantasy Star 2 text adventures that were released on a thing called, it was either SegaNet or MegaNet. I could just put it into retro as well. I like to use the actual game if I can. But yeah, I guess maybe from next week I'll set it to retro. We'll see. Yeah, so these released on, it was either, I can't remember if it's called SegaNet or MegaNet, which I believe was some kind of, I don't know if they were downloadable games for the Mega Drive or something. I don't believe they ever released over here. I think they might have been Japan only. This is a fan translation. Again, don't know how good the fan translation is either. So yeah, we'll find out, I guess. All right, so how to play? Ancient Gamer Pass, yeah, I guess. They were also on Sega CD, okay. I'm going to assume that was Japan only as well. What you'll learn is there are some very obscure Phantasy Star games that are very weird. I think these released around, I want to say it was around 1990, somewhere around there. Around the same time as Phantasy Star 3. So there are two kinds of objects, those that can be taken and those that can't. You can only use items that are in your possession. Why would there be items that you can't take? When engaged in battle, use your weapon on your opponent. There may be also situations where you can win without using weapons. Oh yeah, it's crazy, yeah, the fact that this existed in 1990. Alright, let's see. That was a horrible noise. So, just a little bit of something to clear up some confusion first. This is Rudger's adventure. Now, if you play Phantasy Star 2, you probably know this guy as Rudolph or Rudolph. Basically, pretty much every character in Phantasy Star 2 has a different Japanese name, and because these only released in Japan, they use the Japanese names. So Rudger is Rudo. I think the only character that doesn't change is Ne. Okay, so yeah, again, I've got no idea how these work. I have 50 health and 20 Mazetta apparently. I know. Okay, so we can... All I can do apparently at the moment is move. My name is Rudger Steiner. I've been employed by the Motavian government as a soldier for 5 years now, and I'm currently garrisoned at the Mahal military base. So yeah, these all take place before Phantasy Star 2. And if you want to see me play through Phantasy Star 2, I did a full playthrough of 1, 2, 3, and 4. Cries 20 Mazetta. Yeah, he considering he's been employed for 5 years. They only paid him 20 Mazetta in 5 years, unless he's got a gambling problem. Motavian summers are intense. The heat makes me feel like I'm being boiled alive. This year has been exceptionally hot. Could Mother Brain's climate control systems be malfunctioning? He was off duty for the rest of the day and was preparing to return home when it happened. He spent it all on Chaosbringer race bets. To the east, the earth rumbled with the force of an erupting volcano. He saw white smoke rising from beyond the forest and concluded that something must have happened to Mahal, his hometown. Worried about his wife and son, Rudger left the base immediately. So entrance to Mahal base. A paved road runs northward in parallel with the outer wall of Mahal base to the west. There is a forest to the east, Cease Forest. Yes, north is north. The road continues along following the Ashen Wall. Staff can be seen. Do you mean staff as in people or staff as in weapon? Take. Staff. Yeah, this is the game, I think. Maybe there's some combat, who knows? It did say text adventures. Rudger took the staff. A brass ring has been inserted into the tip of a short piece of wood to form this Motavian staff. Okay. It was a hand stick. Look. Look at wall. Look at local area. That didn't really help. Look at the wall. The grey wall is made of fortified concrete. Barbed wire adorns the top. Okay. I guess we move. I can go north or south. This is a scuffed version of Ace Attorney. Crossroads. The latitudinal road disappears into the Mahal countryside. The base is back to the south. This is a fan translation, so like a fan translation of it. All of these, by the way, if you do want them, they are available on Phantasy Star Cave. There was a misadventure involving thunder and a dirty great spider, but I'm back. What did I miss? Well, we beat Chrono Trigger. And now we're in hell. We're in actual hell. In Phantasy Star 2 text adventures. Okay, I know there was a forest to the east, wasn't there? So maybe I meant to go there. The eastern road passes through the woods as it makes its way towards the town of Mahal. Okay. Let's go east. I'm loving this music, by the way, that never changes. And to be fair, it was a download title. I got the bad ending and is now stuck with a guy called Rudger. Oh, music change. Moldavian cedars and other trees dominate the surroundings within these gloomy woods. Yeah, shall we go east, everybody? The thicket is dissected longitudinally by a path leading towards town. A narrow trail weaves between the trees along the other axis. Yeah, like, how big are the file size for this? Because I know it's tiny. Where is it? Yeah, they're about 128 kilobytes each. It's lacking in pizza music, it is. That's a bit of a jam, though. A man-eater stands now. I mean, that seems like a bad thing. This was probably meant to fit on a floppy disk. See, I'm not really familiar with the whole SegaNet thing, so I don't know exactly how it worked. It must have downloaded onto some kind of storage. But I don't know how the SegaNet worked, whether it used a disk or something. I'm assuming it must have used some kind of floppy disk or something. Okay. So the man-eater is there. His pot rate alone is probably one of those 128. Floppy disk held around 512k. Yeah. And if you're wondering, yes, there is a text adventure for every character. Well, for every controllable character. Path is only wide enough for one person. It winds its way deeper into the woods. Okay, I would look at the man-eater and probably get eaten. A grotesque botanical biomonster wrapped in vivid green. I mean, I feel like I can't do much else. I feel like I kind of have to attack it. Yeah, use my staff, sure. Why not? On what? Well, I mean, the man-eater, I'd imagine. He's been a soldier for 5 years, and his only weapon is a stick that he picked up off the road. I like how in the picture it looks like he's trying to reason with it. Rudger held the staff high and swung downwards. Oh god, there's dice rolls in the game. Oh god, it has RNG attack dice rolls. Oh no. You try buying weapons on forums that are a year. That's a good point. Well, you missed, so you suck. I don't know how much health you have. Oh, that's rude. I don't know if I'm meant to be doing this, but I mean, that seems bad. A bluish fluid began trickling from the creature and it suddenly became docile. So it bled and died. I like that the first thing you fight in the game is a freaking lily. Thankfully not an ob lily. Cool. Actually, can I look at the man-eater's corpse? No, I can't. Can I take anything? That noise is horrible. That's the noise that I decided to go with. Go west, okay. I should probably actually look at the surroundings and see which way I'm actually going. Better quick save before battles. This is the most combat heavy of the 8. Okay. It's going to be a pain to memorize paths, isn't it? Yeah, if it gets really annoying, I'll look up some guides and I'll try and do it that way. And ultimately, if it ends up that these games are really not fun, then we will move on to something else. Because I do have some other Fantasy Star games to try as well. I also got the Game Gear games, which may be even worse. They are spicy. I don't think there's anything else to do, so I guess I just move. I mean, I feel like I just keep heading north and just see what happens for now. Within the depths of the woods rests a pond. By its bank stands an enormous tree, abounding with leaves. Canteen can be seen. Look at the canteen. We'll look at the giant tree first. This exceedingly large tree is called a camper. It's shedding dark green leaves near the pond. Looks climbable. You move north, a lily shows up. You bonk it with your staff despite being a ranger. You miss, it laughs. Serene waters are a deep, clear indigo. Fish can be seen swimming beneath the surface. The quiet pond is full of life. Take. Canteen. Rudger took the canteen, an elliptical water container made of copper. Green patina is visible in places. Okay, so I got a canteen. Let me quick save before I use it in case it wastes it. Use the canteen on the pond. We're going to remove the cap and dip the canteen beneath the surface of the pond. Cool. Now let me see, is this a heal? Or I could try and water the giant tree. Sure. What am I doing? Rudger came to his senses. Okay, well, I mean, I guess I have... Let's look at my canteen again. It is full of water. Okay, cool. I can go south or up. It sounds like you needed to download the game to RAM every time you turned off the power. It took around 2 minutes to download. Also, oh, that's really interesting. So it just stored it in the actual RAM of the console. Huh. I guess that's one way of doing it. Yeah, I guess the weird thing is every time you turn it off, you'd have to download it again. Well, I guess I'll go up. There is enough room up here to squat on some of the branches. How the game saves, I have no idea. A large hollow in the trunk seems conspicuous. A knife is sticking out of the tree trunk. I mean, I'm taking the knife. It's a large survival knife which has unfortunately become rusted and dull. Amazing. God forbid we get a usable weapon. The length of the blade is 30 centimeters. Did I need to know that? It seems oddly specific about some things. You don't say that you beat it in one sitting. Yeah, let's look at the hollow. Sure. Staff and now a knife. My man is cheating. Stick to one class. It is nothing more than a large hole in the tree. There are signs that someone once lived here. Something resembling a net has been left inside. Give me that. It's very, very descriptive. Like, I don't particularly need to know what the net is made of, but here we are. Okay, is there anything else I can look at? I could use the net to get some fish, maybe. Maybe that's the play. Although I probably have to get down from the tree first. Unless I can use it from here. I said it was a long net. If you put the knife on the staff, it becomes a partisan. Okay, no, let's move. Let's get back down the tree. And try using the net on the pond. That seems like an intelligible thing to do. Rugger tried using the net, but was unable to catch anything with it. You useless. I mean, I didn't want to just knife the fish. I was hoping to just catch them with a net. Okay, yeah, so it's not a random chance. Okay. I feel it wouldn't have mentioned the fish if there wasn't something I could do with them. There's nothing to take. Quiet Pond is full of life, but somehow Rudger is unable to catch anything. Okay, maybe I just move somewhere else for now. Is Rudger's story just the struggles of living on 20 meseta? It feels that way. I like how they predicted someone will use the net on the pond and wrote a message for that. I mean, it seems like a logical thing to do. Let's try going east. The town proper lies to the east, while a forest is visible to the west. A lone cabin stands here. A ladder leans against the side of the cabin. Can I take the ladder? Look at the ladder. It is very light, being made of indigenous cedar. Amazing. This crude dwelling was built from cedar wood. Do Motavians live here? There is no one inside. So is there anything for me to do? Can I use the ladder for no particular reason? Use ladder on knife and make a huge sword. Rutger climbed up the ladder and inspected the roof of the cabin. Not surprisingly, it was a fruitless endeavour. It's just a journey of like Rutger looking around and finding nothing. Phantasy Star 2 really picked up for him, didn't it? Because God knows what he was doing before it. Well, in that case then, give me a look at the local area. Town lies to the east. Let's go east. Fantasy Star, the Seinfeld episode. Mahal Town. My god. The town has been completely destroyed. In a daze, Rutger ran home. As he drew nearer to the house, the figure of someone lying on the ground came into view. It was his wife, clutching their child tightly to her breast. Emily. John. Well, John Fantasy Star's dead. Suddenly he appears in Rolf's house. Well, now I know why. Town's destroyed, but the hip 80s music continues, of course. I'm actually surprised there's more than one music track, given how small the game is. Who did this to you? He clung to their bodies as he wept. Rutger slowly rose to his feet and solemnly buried them. So who is the Humar? I don't know, but apparently it isn't John PSO. Rutger briefly surveyed the remains of the ruined town. White smoke rises from fissures scattered sporadically across the ground. A boulder of pumice is partially buried in the dirt and a hole has opened up in the earth. That seems like a bad thing. Classic Humar moment dying first like PS0. Is Mahal where Noah and Lutz lived in the first game? Do you know what? I can't remember. It's been a while since I played Phantasy Star 1, so I can't remember offhand. Okay, let's look. Let's look at the pumice first. A white rock created in a volcano eruption. Surprisingly soft, the stone is roughly an armful in size. The surface is pitted. The small hole. It appears to be quite deep. Hole opening in the earth. Profound darkness moment. For real, for real. Yeah, they do seem obsessed with profound darkness coming out of a hole in the ground. Okay, so we've established the hole is deep. We could maybe use the ladder to go down the hole. But let's check out the stuff first. We can't take anything. Try using the ladder on the hole. Ladder and small hole were used, but it had no effect. Thanks, game. If you get T Pumice pieces, Dagger will learn the strongest summon. Sorry, wrong game. Okay, so apparently putting a ladder in the hole doesn't work. What about if I put a net in the hole? This is just going to be like an hour of me just trying every possible interaction. Use the net on the hole. Damn, it was worth a shot. We'll get there one day. Drop him down the hole. He's only got 20. He can't afford that. The town has been completely destroyed. There is no one here. Okay, well, there's clearly some interaction I've got to do. Let's have a look at that again. I wonder, could we use the pumice to sharpen the knife, maybe? No, because we can't actually pick it up. Can I use the knife on the pumice? Oh, he's a genius. He rubbed the edges of the blade against the pumice stone repeatedly until the knife became clean and shiny. Okay, so we now have a sharp knife. What can we do with a sharp knife? I mean, we obviously need to do something with that hole. Catch some fish with the net and make sushi. I tried to catch some fish, and apparently Rudger is the worst fisherman in the world. Because it said that the pond was full of life, but you couldn't catch anything. Let's just check east and see what's there. This used to be a grassy plain, but it has turned into a barren wasteland full of sand. The road narrows as it continues eastward. A sign made of white wood stands nearby. Look at the sign. Danger ahead. The rest is unreadable, being covered in dirt. Yeah, so we maybe don't go that way yet. Have to go good luck with this thing. Yeah, I don't know what I expected from these. I mean, well, to be fair, I kind of expected something along these lines, but I find them really interesting because the Again, downloadable game in 1990. Light brown soil mixed with a reddish tint. Pebbles are mixed in with the sand. So what can we do here? Yeah, I can't really do a whole lot. I love that you're playing this. I'm exploring the classic Fantasy Star titles at the minute. Yeah, the mainline Fantasy Star titles are really good. I don't know how far you are through them, so I won't spoil anything, but for me, I really enjoyed 1, 2, and 4. 3's okay. Like, 3 I think is fine to play through once, but then I probably wouldn't play it again. You can't see them, but that cabinet behind me, the sort of the right-hand side of the cabinet that's just off camera, I do have some of the classic games in there. This guy's ridiculously good looking. The game looks good as well. Oh, you're too kind. Oh, you're doing Fantasy Star 3 right now? Yeah, so when I did it, I basically had to get a mod to double the movement speed because the movement speed drove me up the wall. This reminds me of dial-up and telnet multi-user dungeons that I found later. Yeah, it's a very similar sort of thing. Okay, maybe I don't want to drop stuff because I don't know if I can get them back again. I think the walking speed in 3 is a problem as well, just because of, particularly in sort of the first 2/3 of the game, there's a lot of backtracking. It takes forever to get anywhere. And the encounter rate's really high as well, so... I am curious though, Firerock, since you said you played Fantasy Star 2 and you've beaten it, how did you find the Dark Force fight in 2? It should be apparent by now that I have no idea what I'm doing in this. Oh yeah, Fantasy Star 2 dungeon designs are brutal. What I've heard, I don't know how much truth there is to it, but what I've heard, it was basically someone who submitted a lot of the dungeon designs and they didn't really have time to change them. But yeah, some of the later dungeons in 2 are just horrendous. It was very hard, that fight, yes. Mainly because of the RNG. Yeah, the RNG in that boss fight is just awful. Didn't love it. Yeah, good. That is the correct answer. Yeah, I really didn't like with that fight that you basically had to rely on RNG for getting the near sword to activate. And if you just got your entire party cursed and it didn't activate, you were just kind of screwed. Yeah, not a great design. If it makes you feel better, the fights for some of the bosses in the later games are a lot better. Particularly 4, I think you'll love 4. Get through 3. If you enjoy it, great. If you don't, whatever. You'll love 4. The parallax effect on the Fantasy Star 2 dungeons messed with me. Yeah, that's one of the worst things about them. I get what they were doing. They were kind of trying to show off a little bit. But it did make some of the dungeons very hard to read. Okay, so let's move west again. the way I look at it is, if you're wandering and getting lost in the dungeons, then you technically aren't level grinding. Yeah, I mean, getting lost seems like a big part of Fantasy Star 2. PS2 Darkfalls really feels like Phase 2 PSO Darkfalls Rabata spam. A mystery if you get to attack. Oh, yeah, 4 is so worth it. Like, legitimately one of my... Like, it might be my favourite game ever. But I have no idea where I'm going here. So let me just check. So north was the... Because that's where the tree was. Okay, so we're south again. How many of these games are there, Sky? Oh, God. There are. Let me see how many I've got. I can't remember where I've saved them now. I can't remember. There's basically one for every character in Phantasy Star 2. Flow is very good. After another playthrough, got to check the ROM packs first. Yeah, I do want to check out because I know there is a player fan game as well, which is Phantasy Star 4 20 years past, I think it is. I do want to check that out at some point as well. Not as far as I'm aware, but I think it was only for the Phantasy Star 2 that there's text adventures. But yeah, there's one for like Rolf, Nair, Rudger, Amy, Anna, Shia, Hugh, Kane. Let's try going west again then. So we didn't check this way. Yeah, the base is back to the south. Okay. Eastern Road goes to the woods and goes to Mahal, which I've already been to. And I can't go west anymore. Do I maybe go back to the base? Maybe? Eight text adventures, I believe. Not going to go through those, so I'll gladly watch it. Honestly, this was just more curiosity than anything. I was just really, really curious to see what these were like, because I enjoyed Phantasy Star 2 for the most part. So that Dark Force fight sucked, and some of the dungeon design was a bit questionable, but the game as a whole I really liked. So I was quite curious to see what these were like. Right, let me save state again. This is the perfect game to let Sky play and watch. Or alternatively, me lose my mind with. Paved road runs northward in parallel with the outer wall of Mahal Base to the west. There's a forest to the east. There is. Okay, so I can't go anywhere else. Cease forest. So there must be something in the forest I've still got to do. Fine, go north. Go north. Okay. So go east. So there's a path that goes towards town, and then there's a trail that narrows that goes between the trees. Okay. So maybe we need to follow the trail. You enter forest. Hildatar shows up. You hear a rare drop noise. There's nothing on the floor. It was a bronze anniversary badge. You contributed nothing to the event. Okay, so there's a lot of places we can go here. So we know that north goes towards that tree again. East goes to the town. Where did west take me again? The crossroads, okay. And east from here is the town, isn't it? Hope for the tune changes more often. I hope so. I'm going to assume there's probably not that many music tracks given how small the game is. Alright, let's go north. So that is the tree again, isn't it? So... yes, this is where the giant tree is. Is there anything we can do now? Use knife. On pond. That's probably not going to work. It was worth a shot. What else can I do? Use knife on the tree. Nothing. Use net on the tree? What am I doing? Ladder and tree. The weird thing is you can climb up the tree seemingly without any tools. I mean, I'll try it. It seems odd if it just lets you go up the ladder, go up the tree anywhere, but use ladder on tree. No. I've already filled the canteen from the pond. Yeah, let's go up again. There's room enough here to squat on some of the branches. The large hollow in the truck seems conspicuous. There are signs that someone once lived here. Maybe use the net on the hollow, maybe? Try and fish some stuff out. No, apparently that's a stupid decision. Use knife on the hollow. No. Does anyone in chat have any ideas? Use knife on the staff. I mean... knife on staff. No. I'm clearly missing something. Maybe there's an item I need. There is that town as well with the pumice stone and the hole in the floor. I've got to say, this is gripping stuff so far. Technically impressive, but Not particularly exciting so far. Did the ladder fit in the hole? I think we tried it and it just acted like I was stupid. Is there more places? I don't know if there is because I think we've been a lot of places now. So move. So I can only go down from the tree here. Only go south here. And then from here. Alright, so what was west from here? So that's the crossroads, so it's not that way. That is the tree, isn't it? Yes, that's where the tree is. Yes, you are in a wrong place, okay. Alright, let's go east. So we're in the town entrance now. So this is the place with the cabin. There's nothing I can take. We already tried using the ladder on the cabin and it acted like I was stupid. I don't see what other interaction these would have. Use knife on cabin. I feel like there's not much I can do there. Keep moving. Right, so I can only go west or east. West takes back to the forest. So we're in the actual town now. So a boulder of pumice is partially buried in the dirt. We've already used that to sharpen the knife. And a hole has opened up in the earth. Put the staff in the hole and try it. Use the staff on the hole. No, unfortunately, no. Indiana Jones stuff. Net. Hole. Ladder. Hole. Knife. Hole. Where did south on the forest path go to? I think if you keep going south on the forest path, you end up back at the base. So from the base, you head north to get into the forest. So again, I feel like there's not really anything I can do. There's nothing I can take here. Okay, let's move east again. So now on the desert road. Used to be a grassy plain, but it's turned into a barren wasteland full of sand. The road narrows as it continues eastward. A sign made of white wood stands nearby. Is it graph paper time? It's getting that way. Oh, hold on. The sign is unreadable being covered in dirt. I wonder if I use the canteen on the sign to clean it. Oh my god. 200 IQ. He washed the sign with water from the canteen. The rest of the words can be seen clearly now. Then I guess I look at the sign again. Really? Danger ahead, watch your step. Still doesn't really help me a whole lot. I feel like going east is going to be like a game over. Like I fall into a hole and the fantasy statue never starts. But I will quick save. Does the canteen still have water in it? I can check. It is full of water. I mean, I feel like the only thing I can do really is to move east and just see what happens. And watch as he falls into a hole. The road travels from east to west, but has been broken up at this point. The pavement resumes across the sand. A sand shark is crawling around in its element. I would like to look at the sand shark. Its dry body caked with grit, this massive shark is endowed with dorsal fins like saw blades and teeth like razors jutting out from its mighty jaw. Seems like a bad thing. It just mentioned about its dry body. Wonder if I could just pour the canteen on it. I'm actually going to try that. Use canteen on the sand shark. Rutger sprinkled water on the sand shark. Bizarrely, the places on its body where the droplets landed began to swell and then rupture. The sand shark writhed in pain for a while before it finally died. Wow. How did you figure that out? Because it made a point of mentioning dry skin. I just thought I have water. It is grasping at straws. But hey, I guess we don't have to fight the sand shark. Cool, let's keep moving. The road's eastern journey comes to a halt. Nothing but endless sand lies beyond. There is a body lying on the side of the road. The individual appears to be still alive. Shovel can be seen. Yeah, kill the shark with water. I mean, I'm going to grab that shovel. Person in desert struggling. Do I still have any water? Oh, no. We've now used the canteen, apparently. So I guess if you fight the shark, maybe you can give the water to the person. Oh, well, I guess he's dead. Well, he or she, to be fair. Should have used the knife on the shark. Could have done. Now you have to use the knife on the individual. Okay, well, let's look at the person. Rutger rushed over and held him in his arms. The man began to speak with his last breath. Why didn't you use your canteen on me? Rutger couldn't understand him very well, but apparently the people of Mahal Town had been consumed by something. You can't just talk to the shark like in Phantasy Star 1. The mole, he kept muttering. deliriously until he ceased breathing. Cool. Give me that shovel. You've just described the core game loop of every adventure game ever. Okay, so I guess that's the only place to go there. This really would have been great as a point and click. Yeah, I guess it was almost like before its time, to an extent. I guess obviously it would have been difficult to have it as like a more computer-based release, where it wasn't like an Amiga or something, because obviously it's a Sega title. Yeah, I think as a point and click it would work quite well. So I guess we head west again. Time to learn RPG Maker and remake this. Dig the soil. We can try that. No, apparently that's like, why would anyone try and dig soil? So we have a shovel. What can we do with a shovel? I was half expecting the shovel to break from the sand. Boulder pumice is partially buried in the dirt, so maybe we use the shovel on that. Use the shovel on the pumice. No, no. Why would you do that? Use the shovel on the hole. Rutger used the shovel to dig up the edges of the hole. It is now large enough for a person to pass through. Yeah, Jack got it. Okay. Can we now look at the hole? The mouth is widened with a shovel. It's very warm inside. Bury the poor shark you killed. Okay, now let's try using a ladder on the hole. No, that's still idiotic. Why would you do that? Okay, I can now move down. This is my hole. It was made for me. Upon entering, Rutger was amazed at the extent of the cavern. Wait, so we've been to forests, now we've gone to caves. The atmosphere here is stiflingly hot. It is possible to navigate the tunnel to the east if one stoops, but the strange heat is causing mud on the ground to boil, blocking the way. Look at the mud pit. The temperature of the mud is high enough that it's begun to bubble and seethe. Steam occasionally jets out from the sludge. There is no way to cross it. Ladder, maybe? So where can we move first? So okay, so we can only go up, so we obviously need to use something. Let me try using a ladder on the mud pit. Rud could place the ladder over the mud pit. It's now possible to reach the other side. Well, they said it was really, really hot. The ladder is made of wood. East. Darkness. It is pitch black. Rudger is likely to be eaten by a biomonster. That seems like a bad thing. It's too dark to use anything. It's too dark to see anything. So maybe I need to go back to get a light somewhere? I mean, I can go east, but it said I'm likely to be eaten by a biomonster, so that seems like a bad thing. And I can't use any items, so if I did get attacked, I wouldn't be able to attack back. About to be eaten by a guru. Beaten. Okay, let's go back then. Within the hall. Is there anything else around here? Okay, let's get out the hole again. So we need some way of lighting up the cavern. My dude obviously hasn't learned the HM for flash. I wonder if it's something to do with that pumice, because the fact it tells you that it's partially buried in the dirt. I can't use a shovel anymore. What does the staff do? I mean, I used it to beat up my monster at the start. That's all I've used it for so far. I don't know where else I would use the staff. Because the problem is, in the dark room in the caves, I can't use any items because it's too dark to use or say anything. Unless... Let me check something. I wonder if I use the staff on the mud pit and maybe try and ignite it to make a torch. No, that don't even try that. It's just with it saying that it was like super hot, I thought maybe you could ignite it. Is there any place you haven't been yet? I mean, further east in the darkness, but it says that I'm likely to get eaten by a biomonster and I can't attack or anything because I can't see. So I get the impression I need to find something to light that place up first. Save state and gold. Yeah, there has to be a light somewhere. They wouldn't tell you that you're likely to be eaten by a monster if it wasn't a warning. Well, it's not in that. Is there anything in the desert? Can't take anything there. Maybe the narrator is paranoid. Okay, so there's nothing else there. There's nothing to take. This is town entrance. There was the cabin here, wasn't there? I feel like we haven't really done anything with the cabin. Yeah, it's not really telling me a whole lot. And this just goes back to the forest, doesn't it? Okay, so that's Crossroads. Is there anything here? No. So from there you can only go south to the base or back east through the forest. So back at the base. So Pivot runs northward in parallel with the outer wall of Mahal Base to the west. Forest to the east. See, it says you can go west, but you can't. I feel like there's nowhere else to go. There'll be like one random place I haven't been to. Right, let's keep going north. So we're not at the crossroads. We can only go east from there. What if I go south from there? Ah, new area. This area is brighter than the rest of the woods, probably because a tree has fallen nearby. A mushroom is growing in a spot where the sun and shade meet. Took the mushroom, a poisonous red fungus with green speckles. Don't eat it. Okay, so we have a mushroom. How does that help me? It's a very old Motavian cedar that was felled by an axe or something. It has begun to rot. Feed the mushroom to the group. Use the knife on the fallen tree. No. Idiot, why would you do that? My thinking was that maybe I could like carve a bit of the tree off to use as wood for firewood, but no. Probably not going to use the mushroom because they did say it's poisonous. Okay, so where can I go from here? Just north. My hand moved by itself, maybe it's a little tired. Rutger's hallucinating. And he hasn't even had the mushroom yet. Okay, I feel like I can't do anything with the fallen tree at the minute. And all I've got from doing this is I've got a mushroom. So can I use this mushroom anywhere else? Maybe enemies to throw the shroom at. The problem is I still can't do that in the dark room because you can't use items in the dark. It won't let you. Okay, I'm going north again. What about if I use the mushroom on... The pond did have fish, yeah. I mean, maybe if they eat a poisonous mushroom, it'll... I mean, I can get them. I mean, we've killed sharks, so I mean, I guess we're just killing everything. Use mushroom on the pond. Fish swam up from the bottom of the pond and began nibbling at the mushroom. Genius. Thanks, mister. Okay, so now they're biting. Now I can use my net on the pond. He's finally done it. The boy has a fish. Now, what can I do with this fish? This has just been an adventure of finding a new item, not have any idea what it's for. What could I do with a fish? Knife it. Let me try that. I would be concerned about him eating a fish that we got with a poisonous mushroom. Use the knife on the fish. Rutger pressed down on the struggling fish as he cut out its innards with the knife. I mean, you didn't have to be so graphic about it. A beautiful sparkling jewel was inside. Why? So we now have a jewel. Does the jewel illuminate the darkness? The bro has 20 Mazetta and a staff. He can't be picky about what he eats. Yeah, I guess we could try using the jewel in the dark. I mean, sure. Can you put the jewel on the staff? We can try it. Use the jewel on the staff. No, that would make sense. Fish just casually swallowed the arrow present. Yeah, back into my hole. Because I can't use the jewel there, so maybe do I go back here and then use it? I don't know if you can look at stuff and try, but I don't think it lets you. No, you can't. You can't even look at stuff. How about if I look at it here? A large pale pink gemstone. It is simply dazzling. I don't know if there's any more paths I've missed. I don't like this no graphic thing. Yeah, I'm also kind of a visual person as well, so it's quite difficult for me as well. And I still think it's really impressive for what they managed to achieve for, you know, again, a downloadable title in 1990. I mean, do we just save state and then move east and see what happens? I'm just trying to think where I could use the jewel. Unless, do I maybe take the gemstone to the cabin and see if the Mortavian's back? Because I would assume a Mortavian would be quite interested in a jewel. Let's try that. Right, is this where the cabin was? Yeah. Really? That's not going to work. That's probably not going to work. What else could I do with the jewel? I'm trying to think things I could interact with. I mean, I'm trying anything at this point. I mean, I guess that like the whole point of these games was that they were meant to be kind of confused and difficult to figure out, because obviously that was the whole point of it, to make you figure things out. Okay, let's go back in my hole again. There's nothing ahead of the desert. You get so far through it and then it just says the desert goes on forever. That's it. I don't think there was items. I mean, I can check. So that's gap in the road. Then you've got end of the road here. So it says, road's eastern journey comes to a halt, nothing but endless sand lies beyond. And if I try and move it anywhere from here, it only lets me go back. There's no items to take. Use jewel on person. Sure. That's probably not going to work because he's dead. I mean, I doubt it's used knife on person. I'm gonna try it though because I want to see what it says. Rutger is not a murderer, except for that shark. That's what I'm thinking. You see, maybe you get, no, it's like the Chaos Emeralds, but you collect them all from carving open people. Oh yeah, I've got no idea. Is there anything here? Sandy soil. I mean, I'll try anything at this point. Use jewel on soil. No. Nothing in the gap to look at. The thing is, although it's called gap in the road, there is no gap that you can look at. Yeah, I'm assuming we must be missing an item somewhere. Well, what I will do, because we're about at stream end time now anyway, I will save it and then I will go east and see if we get eaten by a biomonster. Is there someone that wants the jewel? We haven't seen anyone else apart from that one person that died. Okay, so let's quick save at that. The long tunnel widens as it comes to a halt. Light is shining down through a hole overhead. Are you telling me that I could just go east anywhere? There are tree roots protruding from the walls. Did they say that there was light shining in? Blue sky completely seen overhead. This is clearly the way out of here. Considerable thickness, but are badly frayed and covered in bite marks. I was hoping the jewel might reflect the light or something. Use the jewel on the tree roots. Of course that's not going to work, Rutger. What are you doing? There's nothing to take here. I guess we just go up and just get out anywhere. Could knife on the roots. Yeah, but I think for now I will probably end there for today. Yeah, this is weird. I think for next stream, let me know for these if you want me to use a guide or if you want me to just try and bumble my way through it. Because I appreciate it's kind of fun trying to figure things out, but I also don't want you guys to be like here for 3 hours while I just use a jewel on everything. We also do have the option as well, because there are several of these, we can try different ones and see if there's any reason, you know, if there is any difference between them. So we don't have to necessarily stick with Rutgers as well. It's funny, fair enough. Yeah, well, I guess we can pick this up now next time. This will be next Wednesday. We'll see. We'll see how we go with it. If people start to really hate these, then we will drop them for something else. But I just wanted to try them out just because I've never played these before. And they just seem like a real oddity. So I wanted to at least check them out and just see what they're like. The bumbling is half the fun. Fair enough. It is very unique, yeah, definitely. But yeah, I will end things there for today. Again, thank you for sticking with the Chrono Trigger playthrough, and I appreciate all the help that you gave us through the playthrough as well. Really enjoyed that game. Glad I played it. And we will play Chrono Cross at some point. It won't be for a little while yet, but I do want to play it. But Sunday, obviously, is going to be PSOBB, because of course it's going to be. It's the event, what do you expect? BGM is impressively soothing for a short synth loop. It's getting a bit old for me now, but I do like the music. It's just, it's a very short loop. Again, it's because the file size of the game. But yeah, so Sunday will be PSOBB. Hopefully try and get some more banners. We've had a few team banners, which is great. We need to get more. It's no pizza music. And then this cursed abomination will be back next Wednesday. So enjoy that. Yeah, if you have enjoyed the stream, as usual, please consider either leaving a like or subscribe on YouTube if you want to. You can also follow or sub over on Twitch. I have an X or a Bluesky that are both SectionSkyly, where I tend to post updates on. And we do have a Discord server you can join as well, so feel free to join us over there. We do play a lot off stream as well, particularly for PSO at the minute, so if you do want to play, feel free to join us on the Discord. Yeah, whatever you're doing, have a good rest of your week, and I'll see you on Sunday. And for some of you in chat, I'll probably see you very soon on PSO. See you guys.